Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're George and Martha.
Hello.
And today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of New York City, Season 11, Reunion Part 1. It's reunion day. I know, but it's fun. Reunions are always fun.
They are. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Whoa, is this on for real? They're so funny. These women
They really are.
Even getting ready for the reunion is amusing.
Yeah.
The other ones usually bore me.
Stumbling around in their dresses.
Ramona's falling down, can't get up on the stage.
I think I really am going to need help.
Whoa. Sonia's like, what? I'm just taping my face before. And they're like, taping your face like it's 1922. Taping her face up. They're hilarious.
They are.
And then we get down to business. And Andy's like, Sonia, what are you wearing? Oh, Sonia by Sonia Morgan, $120. Okay. And then, oh, hi, Dorinda. Who are you wearing?
Jovani.
Oh, nope, not this time. I'm wearing Naeem Khan. Now, if you'll recall, that was the designer that Luann tried to get dresses from when she visited the showroom with Carol. And Carol was like, I know you really want to try these dresses.
Reminded me how awful Carol is, by the way.
I know. But she was like, he makes dresses for Michelle Obama. So then they come back. Dorinda's like, yep, I'm wearing one of those dresses so you can keep it for $100 gowns.
That was good.
I know.
That was good.
Right away. Then, hey, Tinsley. Hi. I hear you have a line of lashes. Yeah, I do. Wearing them? Of course. Okay, Tinsley. Then, hey, Ramona, wearing Ramona blue. Always. It's like, actually, no, it's a little bit deeper. Are you deeper?
I'm trying.
Try.
And then we go to her teeth.
Yeah, he's like, you have something else? Do we have to really say it, Andy? She's like, okay. She's like, okay, I had a lot of cavities in the front, so Dr. Blah, blah, blah did the whole top and bottom. 10.
I love that she has to mention the doctor.
I couldn't even understand what she said, but it was pretty funny.
They do look good.
They look good. They look a little chiclety, though.
I guess, yeah, I wouldn't have noticed, which is why I think they... Would you have noticed?
Maybe, yeah. They're sticking out a little.
Yeah.
We then turn to Luann.
Whose head is humble.
He's like, so you weren't here last year. This must be very emotional for you. What are you feeling? Where's your head at? My head is in a very humble place. You know, last season I was very self-absorbed and I watched it back and was like, whoa, can you just say that again? Did you just say you were self-absorbed? Can everybody get that down? Record it. Andy, are we filming for real? She just said she was self-absorbed. Whoa. That's revelatory.
And then Bethenny tries to chime in, and Danny's
like,
no, we'll get to that. We won't get to that.
Yeah, she's like, well, what you don't understand, ladies, is that staying sober in this group is not easy, and I had to protect myself from business. Can I just say something about that? And he's like, we'll get to that.
It's, if you have to protect yourself, then leave the fucking show. But we'll get to that.
She could stay sober. Just don't drink with them. I thought they were all supportive of her for the most part.
They went out of their way.
And then Bethenny, right to the dark stuff. Bethenny, your ex, who's dead, used to come to the reunions with you. She's like, yeah. He liked the minutia. He's like, he really adored you. Yeah, I miss that. I always think of him. It's like, oh my God, they're going to torture Bethenny with this.
That's the one thing that, or there are a few things, but one thing that I really don't like about Andy at the reunions is that he really, I don't know, he tries to incite things. I mean, the dentist thing obviously has to be addressed, but the fact that he does it right off the bat is kind of bothersome to me. Right?
I feel bad.
Could have kept it light.
So a lot of the ladies moved, and Andy is going through the little video montage.
Yeah.
They show Sonia moving and having to part with her townhouse, which was difficult for her. And then they show Dorinda moving and Dorinda's real estate agent, Lori. And in the little corner where you can see the ladies of the reunion reacting room, he's like, whoa,
there she is. I mean, that was our reaction.
Whoa. Yeah, that lady's a little
Whoa.
unusual.
Yeah. She's like Donald.
And then we discuss Luann's move and why she moved to Kingston, New York. And first they're attacking Ramona for saying Kingston's really not that nice. But, like she said, she's like, actually, I know a real estate agent in about 10 years, they'll be selling like hotcakes. You're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I wonder if Luann will be alive in 10 years.
There's a flashback to when they were in Marrakesh and Ramona, right? We saw Alex.
Yeah, Alex. But Ramona's anyway, trashing Marrakesh.
She's like, that's the bad side of town.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Marrakesh is kind of sketchy. But I miss Alex.
I do too.
I miss Alex. And you know what? I woke up yesterday morning for some reason thinking about Alex. Come back, Alex. Replace Barbara. Just have a friend status. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, friend of.
Friend of.
But anyway, they get into why did you move? And Bethenny's like, all right, listen. I live in the Hamptons without incident. Billy Joel, Jimmy Fallon, Jerry Seinfeld, Madonna's my neighbor. None of these people have an issue, but Luann de Lesseps needs to run away to a bungalow in Kingston.
There's a picture of me out there, with the yellow sundress and flip-flops.
You are paranoid. I was at your house for intervention week, and there was boats going by, and you insisted there were people with cameras. You were delusional.
That is crazy. That is crazy, and it makes me... I mean, for her sake, I'm glad that wasn't filmed. But it makes me kind of wish...
Luann thinks she's Princess Diana.
Oh, yes.
And she's like, well, listen, you don't understand. When you get arrested, you become very popular.
Okay, OJ.
I know. That's who she thinks she is. Everybody's jumping out of the bushes after
What is her tagline? I plead guilty to being fabulous.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We find out that Sonia is getting $36,000 a month for the townhouse. Maybe I'll marry a Morgan, divorce, get a house out of it, and rent it out and live off that for the rest of my life.
$36,000
a month from that house. That's more than what a lot of people make in a year.
Really? Yeah, I guess so.
That's quite the chunk of change.
I mean, the only way I'd go back to the city is if I had a townhouse on the Upper East Side.
I'm sure it's nice, although it's next to a parking garage. But
Oh, I wouldn't like that. At least it's not next to Epstein's house.
And then Ramona talks about how she's moving, and Andy's like, you had to drop the price. Absolutely. It's a very tough market, but I figured out I'm going to move into 1600 Riverside Drive. Yeah. And they're like, Ramona.
I love her.
I do too. We get this really, really sad montage of everything Bethenny's been through over the last year. The grief with her ex, the court battles, which I would argue is even worse than what happened to her with her ex.
Yeah, because it's still ongoing.
It just doesn't end.
When the hell did she... It's been
7 years. 7 years,
He's
and this guy's
disgusting.
torturing her. And that was hard for her to sit through. And you can see in their little corner window that Dorinda's like, it's almost over. And Dorinda's like, she had to be told, this is a bad thing. Because Bethenny admits, she's like, I just shut down. But even when you shut down, it still seeps through.
Yeah.
All the grief. And
yeah. How did Dorinda's husband die?
he got sick.
He got sick.
And then Luann mentions that Bethenny's ex had helped her with a few things. So we find out that he got Luann the best lawyer who was able to find out information about her legal case that even her own lawyer didn't know. And then Bethenny gets into that Luann was in a manic state, which they both agree is the right word. And I guess
they have never acknowledged that she is bipolar.
Yeah, you don't just use the term manic so loosely, which is you were in a manic state and I had to pull over my car, and Bethenny's ex had a financial services company, and that's what they start talking about.
Yeah.
How Luann asked Bethenny to get $6 million for her to get that house.
Yeah.
And she said it was an emergency.
She says she pulled over her car, which means I'm sure Luann was just calling and calling and calling.
She said that. You were blowing up my phone. Oh my God. So Andy asked Bethenny about some of these guys she's dated, like the really hot catering guy and what's up with the new one.
Now, wasn't there an awkward scene with the catering guy this season? She was having a party. The catering guy was there. Wasn't somebody else there? Or was it just she was uncomfortable that the catering guy was there?
Yeah, she was getting ready for her birthday party.
Yeah.
And she had a bunch, like, bad acne and stuff, and she just didn't want to see
That's
him.
right, okay.
But she says she only dated him, like, 2 months, and that they got photographed by paparazzi. Maybe she should move to Kingston.
I know.
She got photographed, and she's like, it was way too early. And then she says that this guy, Paul Vernon, came into her life, like, you know, that he'd been courting her, and they got involved, and she says he's, like, really loving and wonderful and sweet. And Andy says, why don't you have him on the show? And so then, of course, it comes up that, you know, she was a little hard on Tinsley about Scott. And what Bethenny says is, like, look, like, I've thought about this, and she's kind of admitting she feels bad that she was so pushy with Tinsley. But she's like, listen, you met him on TV, and he was making a big show of being your boyfriend. Like, Paul has never been on TV. He didn't sign a release to be on TV. She said, but yeah, like, I thought of that. I did think of that. The one other thing, which I wasn't surprised about, Andy's like, did you end up selling your company? Because remember, she's like, I have to get some air to the tires. Ah. She didn't sell. I didn't think she would.
The first time I realized she hadn't sold her company was in that episode. I always thought she did sell her company. Or did she just sell the name?
The name, right. She didn't sell the entire thing. She like licensed the name to Jim Beam. So the liquor part, I think, Jim Beam is making money off of. I don't really understand business that well. That's why I'm not on Shark Tank. Well, it's time for some Jovani. So Dorinda right away is like, thank God I gave you that. It's half your show.
She's right.
She's 100% right. She's like, you know, and Luann is like, well, you started that with the heckling that Jovani. She's like, you wouldn't have had any dresses. You just got a rehab. I took you to Jovani and I helped you. And they just get into this big back and forth. You did this, you did that.
And the way she incorporated Jovani into her Christmas show was so stupid. Jovani, Jovani, Jovani. Wasn't that
because for ages she would say, Dorinda's probably back there ripping up my dresses and oh. And Andy touches on that. They never really got to resolve their issues because the last season ended with that Jovani heckling. And then there was the reunion and Luann couldn't be there because she was in rehab.
Oh, well.
Dorinda does something very passive-aggressive. She's like, you know what? The first time she went to jail, he's like, wait a minute. You're making it sound like she's been more than once, which actually she kind of has. Because
she has.
Recently, it was only for a few minutes, but they did put her back in jail.
And you know what? She's going to be back in jail
100%.
Again.
She will. But yeah, so Dorinda has a sneaky way of getting her barbs in.
I love Dorinda's just her deliveries, her facial expressions, even when Andy kind of put her in her place.
Yeah.
About, you know, why, you know, she hasn't been back to jail yet. Well,
she doesn't care. Yeah. Let me tell you something, Andy Cohen. Oh, my goodness. And then, right before we got to commercial, she's like, Luann, you've done so many injustices to so many people. And the truth is, though, you have no substance.
And she's right. And she and I, Martha and I, have been discussing who Luann's replacement should be, and we have arrived at...
Well, because this show, it needs to go on forever, and I was thinking, they got to shake things up. I like Tinsley. I don't know if Tinsley's going to come back. Barbara's definitely a no-go. I was thinking, they got to bring back Jill Zarin.
And the next person they have
The perfect addition to this show.
Are you ready?
This
Are you
is
sitting
our
down?
campaign, okay? Andy Cohen. This is who you have to get on this show.
And if they don't get her, they have to get her as this person we are about to tell you about.
Jeanine Pirro. She would be so good.
How would she respond to Luann?
Oh my God. Because we were fantasizing. She would hate
Actually,
Luann.
Luann would have to be back on the show.
We'd have to bring Luann back. Luann would get demoted to friend of.
Yeah.
Because I have to take time to take care of my sobriety and my cabaret, so I decided to become a friend of. And they'll have Jeanine on, and Jeanine would so butt heads with her more than... Because Luann's the biggest phony of all of them. Oh my God. You know what, Lou? You're lucky I wasn't the DA when you pulled your little stunt, threatening the life of a police officer. Are you kidding me? Well, you know what, Jeanine? They threw a bologna sandwich at me. What were were you expecting, lasagna? I can so picture this.
She would be bringing up Donald Trump all the time.
She would. Anytime Luann does the wrong thing
Yeah.
to her, Luann asks for a massage or something. Aren't you on parole? Because I happen to have a direct line to the commander-in-chief. No lawyer's going to get you out of that one, Lou.
She would be so good.
Can you picture her at Luann's cabaret shows? They drag all
yeah.
of them to another show. They all don't want to be there. And she's like, she can't sing. What kind of cabaret is this?
She's Barbara Streisand.
Where's Jovani? It's my daughter's prom dress.
Kiki can sing better than her. That's her daughter. We know a lot about Jeanine Pirro, you guys. We just want you to know.
You can let us know in the comments if you'd like to know more about that. We've had a few run-ins with that person.
We're going to end up arrested.
Probably. But I maintain she would be so good. She'd last one season.
But that's all.
But it would be legendary.
It would be,
I could imagine Ramona getting into it with her. Whoa, you know what, Jeanine? Let me tell you something. My family is very close with the murdered wife of Robert Durst. They didn't appreciate your involvement in that case, okay? Because I saw the jinx, and I think it's because of you. They shot his friend, Susan Burn. It's a horrible thing. She'd be like, how dare you?
She would lose it.
I could picture her getting up at the reunion, tearing her, these cocksuckers. I'm done, Andy. Fuck all of you. I'm out of here. You know what, Andy? You're no Roger Ailes.
I'm done.
I'm out of here. She'd be saying that she could film with Luann, and she'd be shitting on her house. I know Kingston because I have a $5 million house in Rye. Let me tell you something, Lou. Your house sucks. Roundhouse on the river.
Stupid.
So stupid. Anybody could walk in there. Oh yeah, Princess Diana. I could picture her harassing her, telling like Bethenny. I think she'd get along with Bethenny. Well, let's go bother Ramona. Let's go bother Luann. We'll go hide in the bushes and jump out with cameras. Click, click. Say cheese, Lou.
Do your tagline. We've already discussed her tagline.
Oh, yeah. I'm a DA, a judge, and I've got one smoking pair of legs.
This has to happen.
I'm going to write letters.
We have to.
And
Go
tweet.
on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. She has all the perfect... She's got drama with her ex-husband. He went to jail. She should have gone to jail. She got
And she's
wiretapped.
She's so high and mighty.
She was wiretapped because she was trying to bug her husband.
While she was the DA.
She went to someone else who was under federal investigation, okay? And while asking him was unintentionally bugged herself.
Yeah.
Saying something about, he's going to go fuck her on the boat? What am I supposed to do? And then, oh my God.
And then her Senate run.
She lost to Hillary Clinton because she was making a speech. It was something like this, good afternoon, ladies. I can't do this.
That was it. And that was it.
And now what she's trying to do is get a job in the White House.
Oh, yeah.
She's gunning hard.
Yeah.
But what she's gonna get is a job on Bravo.
Please.
It would be so good.
Please.
Has to happen. So Luann and Dorinda are basically just screaming at each other at this point. Dorinda's much more emotional. Luann's really disconnected.
Yeah.
She's like, it really hurt me too when you did this. And she's like, Luann, you took somebody I love and you pissed all over him. And she's like putting tissues in. Like, how do you think I felt when you heckled me? I mean, oh my God.
And when did that happen? 2 years
It's
ago?
ridiculous. And then Andy... Okay, so wait a minute. First, Luann is like, I'm going to pull up the text about John. Because what Dorinda's so upset about is that she says John was not invited. And that Luann didn't get him a ticket to her show. And that's what made her so angry. And Luann's like, I have the text. And he's like, while you're looking for that, the definition of heckling is to interrupt a public speaker or entertainer, blah, blah, blah. So, like, so do you still not own that you were heckling Dorinda? She's like, no, she said she was wearing Jovani, and I said, Jovani. And then Tinsley's like, I mean, we both did it, right? I thought it was Giovanni. So I didn't really know, but I was, yeah, Giovanni. And they're all like, come on, Dorinda. And Bethenny's like, you did. You heckled the Giovanni. She's like, I didn't heckle. I just said Giovanni. She absolutely did. She's like, I can't believe you still won't own this. And then the
I can't believe you won't get over it.
And then the texts come up, and yes, she's like, I was at a mammogram. Very important. That is no relevance whatsoever. So...
Well, she's the only woman on the planet who's ever had to go to a mammogram.
Apparently what happened is she couldn't get John a ticket. The seat was given away to someone else.
Something about a fat Jewish person?
The comic. I don't even want to give that guy a minute of credit. He's a jerk.
Okay.
But, yeah, they gave the ticket away, and then... So technically, it's not that Luann didn't invite him, but she writes, it's not my problem. And you should have said break a leg to me. And then Andy's like, it's showbiz. You know, I was hosting in the Beacon with Anderson Cooper. People asked me for tickets. And Bethenny's like, all right, it's not the fucking Academy Awards here. Let's be serious.
But I love when Andy's reading the text exchange and Luann's like, see. See.
Right. Mammogram. I still have 2 breasts. Ridiculous. But I did echo the Giovanni.
What would Jeanine say at the cabaret?
Jeanine? Oh, how she would heckle her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Something about being a criminal.
Yeah, she would start doing her Miranda rights while she's performing. Dorinda's probably back there cutting up my dresses. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. She would.
She's joining next season's.
Then she'll have a song about her. So Bethenny points out that Luann was really relishing Dorinda trying to make up with her. She's like, you were like really rubbing her nose in it. It's not just the apology. Now it's get me a massage, get me this, get me that. She's like, you were really enjoying that, which is sick. She was getting off on, like, continuing to say your apology's not good enough.
And then when she doesn't get her way about the fish room.
The fish room. How dare you? How ridiculous.
She makes an ass
I
out
get
of
offended
herself.
over that. When I think about the things happening just in this country alone, just in this city, and you're complaining about a fucking room with a marlin on the wall. Are you kidding me? It's so fucking ridiculous.
It's embarrassing.
It reminded me when I was little one time, I almost drowned. And...
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I was under the care of my aunt and uncle, and they screwed up and they weren't watching me, and I was like going to the bottom of the pool, and then my uncle jumped in and pulled me out.
Okay.
And I was told that I was in trouble, and my aunt kept saying, I was like, am I out of trouble now? And she was like, I'll think about it. And it was all a manipulation so I wouldn't tell my parents that I almost drowned.
Did you tell them anyway?
I don't remember. I
That's
think I did. I think I did say I drowned. I seem to recall that one of them was like, you didn't drown. You were under the water for 2 seconds. I came up and I was like, I drowned.
And what were they doing? Do you know?
Talking. It was like a backyard birthday party. But that's what this reminded me of. Like, oh, well, you're sorry, so maybe if I get a massage.
Yeah.
Then they have this awkward hug. She's like, the way you're looking at me, you're so angry.
That was so
Fake
weird.
crying.
And I loved it. I loved Tinsley looking up at... They all... their faces.
So then, again, they're talking about Giovanni. It's like, what do we have? Shares at Giovanni? I'm so over the Giovanni. And Andy is like, okay, DJ, hit it. And the only one who likes it is like, feels so good.
And she's doing like she's Britney Spears.
Don't you love it?
Don't you love it?
And they're all like, okay.
I can't wait for the next.
Andy lets it go on really long too.
Andy, that was sick of him, but it was good.
So funny, the timing, which is like so over the Giovanni. DJ, hit it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was priceless. Their faces, and then she's like, look, I mean, my agent, and Bethenny's like, My agent.
That was my favorite part of the
Me too.
Of the reunion.
That was the perfect cutaway shot.
Yeah.
My agent says, that was hysterical. You know, I wouldn't be alive without my cabaret.
And now tell them what you said about the agent situation.
Yeah. Luann, apparently, so I saw people getting mad at Bethenny on Twitter and saying, oh, come on, Bethenny, you all have agents. What are you making fun of her for? First of all, it's the way she says my agent.
Yeah.
Like she's Gloria Swanson.
Yeah, I know. Well, she is. She's Norma Desmond.
My agent. But it also turns out she was having an affair with her agent, who was like married, kind of separated, but that was in the tabloids. So I think Bethenny's like, your agent?
Yeah, like she's having like a classy...
Well, Cabaret is my Cabernet.
Yeah, we know.
I can't wait for next week. So it looks really good.
They ask about her singing.
Barb the Builder will be there.
Yes.
And we will continue our campaign for Jeanine Pirro to join the show.
Yes.
I think she would have
Sing
reacted.
Feelin Jovani as
She
as
wouldn't
Jeanine.
sing it.
No, but just do it.
Song's terrible. What do you think you are, Olivia Newton-John? I couldn't boogie to this even when I was young.
At Studio 54.
This is terrible. Not that I ever did drugs.
She did say that. What did she say that in?
I never did drugs, but I knew people who did.
I knew how to party.
Yeah, I could party with the best of them.
She probably was at Studio 54 with Robbie Durst.
Anyway, we digress. I'm so sad that this is almost over. I don't know how I'm going to live without Real Housewives of New York.
I know. Where you're going to start OC, it's not going to be as good, but I like the OC, though.
I'll tell you something. I've never watched OC. So I will be coming in with very fresh eyes. OC and probably Dallas as well.
Yeah, when does Dallas start?
I think soon.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
you know what I'm really looking forward to?
Do your impression of her.
New Jersey.
Teresa.
Joe is going to be deported. Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I hope Danielle makes an appearance.
Yeah, persuade. Oh, well, Danielle is on.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, I heard the conflicts in the next season. A lot of it is all about Teresa being friends with Danielle. It's going to be funny. And Margaret with her.
I love Margaret.
Her
Your husband's
one-liners.
in the pool.
Hit a nerve.
I love her.
Margaret, and I hate Danielle, but I guess she makes for good drama. And Melissa, you got the wrong girl. And then the other one, in my culture.
Oh, God. She's talking about her palatial mansion in Paramus.
It overlooks the Palisades Mall. In my culture.
What's that, Jennifer?
Your lips look like a monkey's asshole.
Yeah.
It's going to be so funny. And then the other one, Jackie Goldsteiner. I'm not afraid to get down with you, Teresa. You're such a bitch.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted bitch.
It's going to be good.
Oh, my God. I have to say, though, none of them are as good as New York.
No.
But we'll have fun. We'll be here. We'll be around for a long, long time. Thank you so much for watching. We're grateful to all of you for every comment.
I was talking to my agent the other day, and he said that he was really proud of the work we're doing.
Yeah, I was talking to my agent, and he said that this is saving my life. So, thank you. I have so much gratitude. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.